Good day, everyone. It's Aranya coming at you with the amazing word games for Thursday, April 24th. Apologize for the late upload, but there's going to be days like this where the day before I just can't record, so I'll have to do it the day of, okay? All right, no further delay. Let's get directly into Hang 5. All right, puzzle 627, here we go. All right, we have a 6, 3 5s, and a 4. Let's do RST. Oh, no T. All right. This one's interesting. Could be shark, something like that. Shard. Well, I already have an error here. So this one's interesting too. I think I think at least some of these have to be an H. So I'm going to do an H. Okay. This could very much be shark. Or a shard, as I said before. What else comes after S? Maybe an L? This one is definitely interesting. S, consonant, then R. So SP, SC. Could be screw. I like the C better than the P, so let's do C. Yeah, okay. I like this being a K. This looks like screw or scrap. This could be a W. I'm going to try W. This is a leap of faith. W? No. Okay. Could be a chip. Yeah, okay. Scrap, chip, speck. A sliver. A shard. Okay. Just a small amount. Just an iota. Alright, top 31%, 83% solve rate. I'll take it. Okay, let me know who you did, and let's move on to sports connections. And I should mention I won't be playing Flipple today. My video is getting too long, and I'm not really enjoying Flipple, and I'm not sure there's really a fan base for it, so that won't be included today, okay? All right, sports connections, here we go. Puzzle 213, Dane Brugler and Mark Cooper. So Mark Cooper's got some help. All right, here we go. Philadelphia, Purdy, owner, Brady, vertical, Montana, Detroit, 3-cone drill, 40-yard dash, scout, bench press, Hertz, GM, Cleveland, coach, and Kansas City. Well, Brock Purdy, Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, Joe Montana. They're all quarterbacks. NFL. Yeah. QB's drafted outside the first round. That's interesting. All right. Bench press, 40-yard dash, 3-cone drill, and maybe vertical. These are all things that you're tested on in the NFL Combine. Yeah. GM, scout, owner, and coach. These are all positions within a sports organization. And then these 4 cities are places. It seems too easy to just be NFL cities. I'm sure it's all related to some person, or they're all in the same conference or something, all same division. I'm going to say AFC Central. They're all in the AFC Central. Recent NFL draft host cities. Well, I wouldn't know that, so that's okay. All right, let's move on to letter loop. Puzzle 439, here we go. All right, CHIWKIUS. Whisk. That's good. Not work, okay. Shuck. Kiwis? That's interesting. If that is indeed the answer, I doubt it'll be a very low solve time for most people. 21 seconds. Yeah, 254 people have solved in an average of 1 minute and 14 seconds. That's a tough one. I'll give you that. But I'm happy to get it really quickly. And let's move on to word salad. All right, here we go. So produced by a tree, puzzle 420 by Mark, sap, coconut, something with an X. Interesting. Produced by a tree. Oxygen? That's what it is. All right. Resin. 2 more, or 3 more. A leaf. All right. Fruit. An acorn. This wasn't tough at all for me. 37 seconds. Very, very nice. Okay, Canuckle, here we go. Let's start with a do, as we normally do. Nothing today. Okay, let's get the O in there, and maybe a Y. Short. Let's do short. Let's forget about the Y for now. All right, O in position, R out of position. Let's put the R second. Hopefully we're not wrong by typing wrong. We are wrong. Okay, oh, it's grown. Okay. Look at that. Not only are 1 position transposed, 3 are transposed. That's got to be some sort of oddity. Anyways. All right, grown in 4. I bet you has something to do with crops and stuff like that. From PEI, potatoes to Alberta beef and Saskatchewan wheat to Quebec maple syrup, so many delicious things are proudly grown right here in Canada. Our vast and diverse landscape supports everything from fresh berries to sweet corn, producing some of the finest ingredients and products the world has to offer. Very, very cool. All right, yeah, let's move on to Cladder. All right, Cladder, puzzle 1129, here we go. This is wool, or if I can type it, woof. Top of your mouth is the roof. Root, loot, foot, fort, fork, folk, yoke. All right, well, considering I had 1 mistype there, not too shabby. 23.4 seconds, very, very nice. Okay, let's move on to Bracket City. All right. Animal thought of as sly or cunning. That's after Michael J. So this is a fox. Okay, Michael J. Fox played a teen one that was good at basketball for some reason. Wolf. Hanks or Wolf? Tom? There are more atoms in 1 grain than there are grains of this on Earth. Grass? Sand. It's got which afterwards, so sand. Okay, savior or sandwich? Huh. Okay, this one down here is a cure for the common cold. Politicians often claim to possess common sense. Accessory awarded by a sensei. A belt? I think it's a belt. Kind of belt for a handyman. Tool belt? Tool used to bisect someone in a classic magic trick. A saw? Okay. Like a guy from Warsaw. A pole? Yeah, you wouldn't call him. It'd be Polish too. Good is a good example of this type of word. Like an adjective. Verb equals adjective. I might have put an adjective. Makes the most sense to me. Yeah. Like a guy from Warsaw. Pole or Polish? I'm going to say Pole, much to my chagrin. No, it is Polish. Ah. All right, verb equals Polish, or Polish. Adjective equals strong. Oh, buff. Okay. Savior or sandwich? Hero. Oft frozen little spheroid legume, pea. When repeated, a situation that's good for both of us. Win-win? Oh, just win. Possible nickname for Kendrick or Wintour that's actually longer. Annie. All right, 1985 or 1885, April 24th, Annie Oakley joins Buffalo Bill stage show. All right, one wrong answer. I used 4 more keystrokes than I required because I put in Pole instead of Polish or Polish. All right, 98 out of 100 isn't too shabby. I'll definitely take it. Pretty quick, relatively, based on my previous days. So, all right, let's move on to the Clever Goat games. We'll start with stacked, and again, there won't be any flipple. We'll just do stacked categories and the Mini Crossword game, CrossHerd. Okay. All right, stacked. We have lion, cow, spring, china, halt, pig, chicken, scorpion, Polish or Polish. Okay. Probably Polish. Flower, sheep, march, attention, horse, and crab. Okay. China. China's interesting. If they had China and Poland, it would be okay, but not China and Polish or Polish. Halt. Halt's interesting. Halt, march, attention. Different commands when in the army, I guess. I'm not too worried about the order. Let's just put it in. Different commands in, from a drill sergeant. One less. Ooh. Okay. Halt. Attention. Maybe it's just these two. Drill sergeant commands. Yeah. Exactly. Drill sergeant commands. All right. Spring, March, flower. Different things associated with early part of the year. That seems a really flimsy category, though. A scorpion, a lion, a crab. These are all maybe things with the zodiac signs. Leo is lion, scorpion, and crab. I think there's farm animals here. Cow, pig, chicken, horse, and sheep. Farm animals? Okay, yeah. Lion, scorpion, and crab are zodiac animals. I'm good at naming them today, that's for sure. Let's see if I can get these last two. So I need a 4 and a 1. Well, China just doesn't make sense. Spring, flower, March, and polish. Fine china. Okay, we got the Mayflower. Wildflower. I don't know. Chinese doesn't make sense with the rest of these. So Chinese by itself. No. Ooh. How does China fit with 3 of these? China. March. Is this maybe a wordplay? Chin? Polish or Polish. March. Spring, China. These may be words that have 2 like meanings, like to jump is to spring, or spring is like a flow of water. China is either the country or tableware. You can march, like walking, or march is a month. Polish or polish. Flower isn't really a word. Flower is a word by itself. So I'm going to say these are words with multiple meanings. Yes. When capitalized, a proper noun. Okay. And then, yeah, flowers by itself. Okay. I think essentially blue is what I said, just in a different way. Okay, let's do categories, and then, yeah. So we have ear. Ears keep coming up. Oil, roll, kit, wheeze, bass or bass, forest, sage, gasp, stick, pad, huff, lime, snare, pant, and olive. Okay. You're panting, you're gasping, you're wheezing, you're huffing, like you're out of breath. All right. Kit. This one's kind of tough as far as I can see. Roll. Bass or bass? Oh, bass drum, snare drum, eardrum, oil drum. Yeah. Olive. Olive branch. Forest. This one's kind of weird. Forest, lime, sage. Lime and sage and olive kind of sound like food things. Pad, like pad thai. Let's try it. No. Maybe a roll. Oh no, these are shades of green, I think. Forest green, lime green, olive green, sage green. There it is. Roll, kit, stick, and pad. kit, stick, and pad. Kind of seems like a video game stuff, but I don't know. I'm going to throw in the towel just to save time. Drum roll, drum kit, drum stick, drum pad. I wouldn't have guessed drum because I don't know what a drum pad is. But, okay. Alright, let's move on to our last game of the video. Again, no Flipple today, or any more probably. It just doesn't seem to be a hit. Okay, CrossHerd, here we go. Puzzle 47. Academic transcript figure, a GPA. Blank rich Asians, crazy rich Asians. Main artery from the heart, aorta. Arcade coin, token. And a sharp slap, not sure. Bride's counterpart is a groom. Cold weather coat is a parka. Oh, ancient Mexican Empire is Aztec. Siamese and Persian are cats. And tug sharply is yank. Okay, so I missed a sharp slap is a smack. Okay, fair enough. Alright, be sure to check out my New York Times video with Wordle Strands Connections and Custom Connections, and my short for the New York Times Mini Crossword. And if you're having more time still, check out my full-size New York Times Crossword video. It's a lot of fun. Alright, see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.